Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. This Saturday, May 4th, is Free Comic Book Day. That means stores across the United States, across the world, celebrating the Day of Comics. I mean, the thing that we all love, things that, this channel was built around, comic books. Such a great hobby, such a fantastic way to spend the time reading. And May the 4th this year is Free Comic Book Day. It's also Star Wars Day, so you get a little double dose of geekdom this Saturday. So what's Free Comic? Free Comic Book Day is a day that happens the first Saturday of every May. And stores stock up on comic books that they give away for free to folks. Doesn't mean the comics are free for stores. They actually do have to pay for them. So you should go, and when you go and celebrate this, go support the store. Go buy some other comics. Go buy some graphic novels, trade paperbacks, toys, whatever have you that's interested you, pop figures, whatever you love, to go support the store. So keep in mind that they are paying for these items. Now, Diamond has hooked us up with every single release. Now, we're going to have on Graphic Policy a review of every single comic. We're doing a written review. I figured a verbal review would be super boring. So we're going to do a written review, really quick stuff to know what to check out, what's appropriate for ages, stuff like that. So we're going to go over them, though. I'm going to show them off. There is 53 free comics this year. There's 51 comics. That includes 12 gold sponsors, 39 silver sponsors. There's like tiers and stuff like that. And then there's 2 educational comics. The educational ones are always overlooked, I think. I don't want to spoil these comics. There's some really cool stuff in here. We'll talk about a little of them, why some of them are kind of a big deal on video. But we're going to do the big review on Graphic Policy itself. We're going to get it early Saturday morning, so it's nice when people are checking out for Free Comic Book Day way in the AM. So these are the 2 educational books. There's often overlooked. So we've got Defend Comics put out by the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. Comic Book Legal Defense Fund is a great organization that helps defend things like free speech out there. If you don't know them, check it out. There's tons of comics in there. Stuff by Mike Nguyen, Nathan Hale, Bill Griffith, Brian Fees, Patrick McHale, Gavin Fulton, Whitney Colger, and Mary Egner. Bunch of short stories. Kind of also help promote the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. Again, great organization. And then we also have the Overstreet Guide to Collecting. For those maybe getting into comics, there's all kinds of articles in here, some comics in here, and, of course, geared towards folks who might be more into that sort of thing. So 2 educational ones, don't overlook them. Always a good thing. You know what? We're gonna go reverse order. We're gonna do alpha reverse. They should be in order. I have no idea if these are in order anymore. I've been reading some of these, so they're probably all out of order. Tick, New England Comics. It's given us a new comic of the Tick. New stories. Of course, we got Star Wars Presents. This is awesome. Whole bunch of stories in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comics, I believe, total in here. At least 5 or 6 comics in here. Go check it out. There's some really cool stuff. It's a great sampler of stuff that you can pick from Starburns, and there's also things that are out digitally. A lot of them have their first issue. Of course, we've got Star Wars from IDW Publishing, part of their Star Wars Adventures. Really cool comic. Great tie-in for the May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Fun one involving Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon. This is going to be a big one. A lot of people are going to want it. It's going to be a hot book. The Spider-Man comic from Marvel's kicking off. Absolute carnage. Definitely not appropriate for kids, though. The backstory is not as bad, but the Carnage one, the Venom Carnage story kicking off that event is a little bit adultish, so just to warn you. But otherwise, great comic, and it's going to be kind of, I think, key towards Absolute Carnage, so a lot of folks are going to want that. Alright, we got this one. We got a reprint of Spawn #1. Classic comic. There's even, I think, printing errors in here still, so this really has not been touched up. I'd love to go back and check out my original. Spawn #1, if you've never read that classic comic, go for it. It's reaching number 300 soon, hence why Image went with that route. From Udon, we've got Street Fighter Sakura versus Karen. Udon always does some interesting things with their Street Fighter. If you're really into the property, go for it. Check it out. It's it's cute. I read it. It's a fun one. Alright, so this is start getting some of the territory that I'm not as familiar with. We got Zagor from Epicenter Comics. Again, Free Comic Book Day is always a great chance to check out new stuff. So this is by Guido Nolita, Sergio Bonelli, and artwork by Giuliano Ferri. Cool stuff. Epicenter, it represents legendary adventure graphic novel series Zagora, created in 1961 by writer Sergio Bonelli under the pseudonym, and then artist named after his main hero, Combines elements of the most diverse genre, sci-fi, horror, western surroundings, first half, so some cool retro stuff there. So that's from Epicenter. We got from Scholastic, The Big Bad Pizza Battle. This is the full story. This thing will be in July 1st, 2019. A lot of these comics are samplers for full comics coming out, so this is for the graphics imprint from Scholastic. Clearly kids focus. That's what Scholastic does. We got Vampirella. Vampirella from Dynamite, new series starts here from Christopher Priest. Hell of a writer. Aragon Gundez, Willie Schubert, and then also Bugs, which is published in 1993 by Kurt Busiek, Arthur Adams, Kevin Cunningham, and Richard Howell. So if you're really interested in the Christopher Priest Vampirella, this is a must-get. We got Funny Pages. Treasury of British Comics presents Funny Pages. This is going to be one from Rebellion, Treasury of British Comics. I think probably, I don't know if this is kids-oriented. I haven't read this one, I'll be completely honest. Oh, no, I don't think this is kids-oriented. I don't think so at all. Looks like a bunch of short stories. Kind of weird humor-packed pages. Monsters, mobsters, monkeys, snobs, slobs, sharks, crime fighters, and cavemen. Probably not for kids. But, which is pretty funny. We've got Midnight Sky from Scout Comics. Excuse me. There's also Long Live Pro Wrestling Gut Ghost. Scout Comics is one that is a publisher that's really overlooked. They've done some fantastic books. I highly recommend them. I mean, this is the opportunity to really check it out and go. It's definitely not for kids. The first page I flipped to is like weird horror monster sort of things. But if you've ever want to check out like a publisher, and that's one of the cool things about Free Comic Book Day is you get a chance to do that. Scout's one I would highly recommend. Robotech. Obviously, if you're into Robotech, go get it. I've been digging the Titan Robotech stuff. I'm also not a hardcore Robotech person, so I'm not necessarily the one to like judge, really. I've watched all the anime, or a lot of the anime. Pretty much, I think, all. I've watched the series, I think. I don't know, because I don't know what's really out there. So this is number 0 to their Event Horizon event that's going to be going on soon. We got Punchline from Antarctica Press. Haven't read yet, couldn't tell you anything. Antarctica as a whole, for me, is pretty hit and miss. There's some stuff really good. The art on this actually is solid, but I couldn't tell you story-wise. Probably not kid appropriate. That would be my one guess. All right, we got My Hero Academia. You know, I've never have read My Hero Academia, and this is my opportunity, and that's why Free Comic Book Day is awesome. To see what the buzz is all about. Even gives you a little handy guide as to how to read manga. Very happy about that. I've never read one of those. I've heard great things. All right, we got My Favorite Things is Monsters by Emil Ferris. This was a release last year, I believe, that was award-winning. Huge. Went huge. Just huge. It's the best way of describing it. Just gorgeous interior, amazing work. My favorite things, or our favorite things is My Favorite Things is Monsters. From Fantagraphics. So if you kind of want to get a tease of what everyone's talking about without diving into the graphic novel, there you go. Minecraft. Never played the game. Don't know much about it. Well, I kind of know a little bit about it, but never played the game. Dark Horse has been rocking their Minecraft comics. There's also incredible stuff in here. So yeah, like if you are into Minecraft, go for it. It's got Incredibles 2 and Minecraft story. By pretty big names too. I think there's a Hope Larson is the Minecraft. Meredith Grant is the art. And then Kevin Scott is the writer for Incredibles 2, and the art by Koei Creative Studios. Color by Dan Jackson. All right, this one, this one's got a little place in my heart. We got a Malika Fire and Frost. We as a site advertised in it last year, 2 years ago, something like that. So first time we've ever advertised in a comic book. So the publisher's got a little bit place in my heart on this. Really cool stuff. African American focus, black comic creator focused. Great material on top of that. The comics are really good. The art's cool. Just takes a lot of, it's a different focus than the normal like white person comics, which is a good thing. It's different. It's great. I like it. I really like it. Highly supportive. I've done I think reviews of pretty much everything. Just some solid stuff. Also local to DC, so like to DC represent on that one. We got Lumberjanes. If you never read Lumberjanes, this is your chance from Boombox Boom Studios. Huge thing. This is going to have to be a huge property down the line. Really, really popular stuff. I guarantee it. This is your chance to check it out. This is the teaser of Shape of the Friendship that's going to be coming out. So yeah, there's some other comics in there as well. And Shape of the Friendship is a graphic novel coming out in November. As I said, a lot of these are teasers for the graphic novel, for stuff coming out later. Alright, we got Lucy and Andy Neanderthal, Big and Bolder. This is by Random House Graphic. Again, kid-focused, really great. As Lucy and their friends need to investigate chaos and comedy ensues when Andy convinces that his mysterious rock definitely has magic powers. It's an exclusive story full of pranks and laughs. So yeah, kid-focused, I believe. Looks cute. Go for it. Really nice printing. The cover of this is impressive. This is not like some cheap thing. The paper as well. This feels like a little bit higher quality, not gonna lie. Little Lulu, come on, classic, world's best comic. As Marge is Little Lulu. I mean, it's Little Lulu. It's classic Little Lulu. Go for it. Alright, Lady Mechanica is a comic that I think gets so little love from the comic professional press, and I am guilty of it. Loved Lady Mechanica back in the day. Sadly, had to cut things somewhere, so I don't read it as much as I should or want. It's from Benitez Productions. The art is freaking awesome. It's a kind of a steampunk-ish world and story, and yeah, like, it's just cool. I really need to go back and, like, read it from the beginning, because I dug Lady Mechanica. I really, really dug Lady Mechanica. It's just a cool art style and all that. I think I jumped off of it because there was delays, but seems to be getting back to things, which is great. We got Witch Hat Atelier from Kodansha Comics. It's a U.S. premiere of it. Renowned Marvel and DC variant cover illustrator Komomi Shirahama. Don't know much about this one. So another manga, if you want to check out some manga. It's the thing that I like about Free Comic Book Day. It's all ages as well. Gorgeous art. Really nice art. Cool art. Check it out. You got more fantasy kid thing that wants to check out manga. There you go. We got Vertical Comics. It's rated teen, right on there. Kino's Journey, Beautiful World by Aruko Shiomiya. Original story by Kaiki Sigawa. Sorry. Original character design by Kohaku Koroboshi. Really rusty on my Japanese. Did take Japanese for a while. Again, manga focused, manga series. Cool art. Definitely teen focused. But we'll have a review of that one. Definitely. We got Hope from Source Point Press. Source Point Press, another publisher, not enough love. We're hopefully going to up that. It's from Dirk Manning, Caitlin Smith. Do some really cool comics, stuff I dig. I, again, don't know enough about this yet. This is being filmed before I have read through everything. Wish I could talk a little bit more about it. But what I've read of Source Point, I'm very impressed by. So, great publisher that definitely does not get enough love. This one I'm holding off on, and I didn't want to read it until I did my review, because this is intriguing. Humanoids, which is a fantastic publisher, does amazing graphic novels, is doing a superhero universe called H1, and the names behind it are amazing. So the Humanoids H1 is brought to you by, these are the names behind just this. We got Mark Wade, John Cassidy, Carlin Speed McNeil, Kwanzaa Asiefo, Yannick Paquette, Phil Briones, Leonardo Paciarado, Paul Mounts, Devin Grayson, Ariella Cristantina, Brian Valenza, Afia Richardson, Mike McCone, Magdalene Visazio, Darcy Little Badger, Vanessa Del Rey, Mike McCone, Lee Lawfridge, Meredith Laxton, Quentin Peoples, Dennis Calero, Derek Robertson, Jonathan Lang, Andrea Moody, Andrei Semenowitz, Sean Martinborough, Helen Mullane, Dom Reardon, Matthew Smith, Jock, Troy Pateri, Dave Lampier, Robin Jones. This is going to be a huge one, I think. It's the debut of the Humanoids, new superhero. It's a tease of a lot of the new, I think all the new series. I'm talking about it, art, stuff like that, a little bit of the comic. That publisher, that line's, I think, going to be potentially huge. Grumble versus the Goon. Love the Goon. One of our contributors will say, love Grumble. Albatross Comics, Albatross Funny Books is always delivers. Absolutely fantastic. Go get this. Absolutely, and go find out why Grumble and the Goon is awesome. We got Go Fish from Arcana. Don't know much about this at all. I'm going to guess geared towards kids. Maybe the one thing that would be a little bit nice is if things were marked a little bit more of the age appropriateness on stuff. Just so folks know. But yeah, I don't know anything really about it. I think the art really says it all, that this is definitely geared towards kids. Again, nothing wrong with that. We got Gilbert from Paper Cuts. Again, Paper Cuts is mostly kids-focused stuff, I believe, so that's what this one's going to be. And, yeah. I mean, it's Art Baltazar. That's The Mighty Merman by Art Baltazar, who does all the fantastic stuff. So, yeah, geared towards stuff. Kids. Oh, yeah, it's definitely kids' comics. Again, nothing wrong with that. It's awesome. We got Ghost Hog from Oni. This is going to be a big one. The graphic novel, I believe, is out next week, so this gives you a tease as to what's going out. A lot of good buzz on this one. So check this out and then go get the graphic novel next week. Alright, if you haven't read Hoy Comics, you're missing out. This is Dragon Man, Dragonfly versus Dragonfly Man. Hoy is absolutely amazing. They don't just do comics, they put in all sorts of extra material in the back to really get you interested. This one is no exception. There's some Captain Ginger in there. There is some shorts. There is, I believe, some text in here in the back a little bit. And that's what's great about Ahoy. They give you not just the comics, but also material on top of it, so you're really feeling like you're getting some stuff. And if you haven't read The Wrong Earth, which is where Dragonfly Man debuted, you need to check it out. Alright, we got Dear Justice League. It is part of a DC Zoom imprint. DC Zoom and DC Ink are the two new imprints from DC focused on middle grade and young readers. I believe Zoom is the young readers? The YA readers? Art is amazing. That art is awesome. That art is freaking awesome. Tease, I believe this is either the first chapter or the first two chapters of the graphic novel that's going to be coming out soon. I believe it is out in July, but I'm sure that's in the back. Out in August. I was close. So far, I've loved DC Zoom, DC Ink. Dark Age from Red 5 Comics. And then there's also Afterburn. Know nothing about it. Going by the cover, definitely not for kids. For maybe teens. Don't know much about this, so it'll be kind of cool to check this out. That's why I really kind of dig about Free Comic Book Days, to be able to read comics that I would never check it out before. We got Cristiano Ronaldo Striker Force from, who's publishing this? Cristiano Ronaldo Strikers Force. Published by Graphic India. I don't know soccer, so I got nothing on this one. I really don't know soccer at all. And I don't know Graphic India very much as well. Again, opportunity to check something out. We got Casper Spooksville from American Mythology Productions. American Mythology is really tapping into a lot of popular old school stuff. Again, opportunity to check it out. It's Casper. It's going to be all ages. It's Casper. We got Captain Canuck, Chapter House. I love me some Chapter Houses. Answers the question of who's going to be new Captain Canuck. Chapter House does some really cool superheroes with a Canadian spin about it. Growing up in Buffalo, I love me some Canada. So, if you've never checked out Chapter House, this is probably a very good spot to check out and start with their comics. Really need to start reading more Chapter House and get back into it. Bob's Burgers, enough said. Bob's Burgers rules. If you don't like Bob's Burgers, we can't be friends. It's from Dynamite. Bob's Burgers is awesome. I love that animated series. We got Blastosaurus. This is from Golden Apple's books. Annual #1, Golden Apple. As in Golden Apple Comics, they have a comic book as Blastosaurus. I've seen them promoting this. And, yeah, it's for Free Comic Book Day. It's rated all ages by Richard Fairgray and Paul Eiding. Don't know anything about it. Animosity Tells, Margaret Bennett, Elton Tomasi from Aftershock. This is a great series. Animosity is fantastic. Go check this out. Animosity is fantastic to begin with. And then Aftershock is absolutely fantastic on top of it. So, yeah. Go get this. This is top-notch stuff. It's your introduction to Aftershock, and you're going to want to go check out Aftershock after that. We got a Sheets story from Caracal, which is an imprint of Lion Forge. Rated all ages. Lion Forge does some solid stuff. Again, it's their all ages imprint. Go get it. Free opportunity, really cute stuff. Heard good things about it. Have not read it though. Prints a little bit of the graphic novel that came out by Brenna Thumler. Nice art. All right, so that was the silver. What we got? We got the gold. We're going for the gold here. We're gonna do reverse like we did before. We didn't verse. Firefly, Buffy. If you're into that stuff, this is a must for you. If you are a Joss Whedon fan, go for it. Oh man, I used to think it was Josh Whedon. It's Joss Whedon. Go get this if you're a fan of either of those. Alright, so this is the other one. It's Under the Moon. Graphic novel's out. It's a Catwoman tale. This is DC Inc. It also includes a preview of Raven. Again, this is the line that's geared towards young readers and middle grade readers from DC Comics. Really cool art style. I've loved everything DC's put out so far with all that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, IDW, celebrating 35 years. I was 5 years old when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out. That's crazy. It's TMNT, man. I'm like, freaking Turtles rule. It's enough sad. I love me some TMT. Riverdale. This is an all-new story in here. Riverdale from Archie Comics, of course, tied into the popular television show. Really don't think I need to sell you more on that one. It's Riverdale. There's also exclusive look at their Scholastic titles coming out. But it's like Untold Stories from Riverdale. If you're a Riverdale fan, go get it. Pokemon. I Choose You from Viz. Pokemon the movie. If you're into Pokemon, go for it. I mean, Pokemon, I used to watch the cartoon. I've played some of the games. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, so I'm not like the person to judge on this one, but if you are, go for it. Interceptor. Interceptor is awesome. Found a new home in Vault. Dottie Cates, Dylan Burnett. I remember reading this when it first came out. This was a sweet, sweet comic series. They're thankfully putting out the first volume again, so you can get it, and then you'll be able to get a new volume down the road. It's awesome. Interceptor rules. It's really, really cool. Definitely an adult comic. So what can I say? It's freedom fighters on a planet populated exclusively by blood-sucking vampires. I think that's a good way of summing it up. I really didn't want to ruin it or anything like that, but I think that's a good way. Definitely adult. That's not one for kids. Descendants, I know nothing about it. I've seen like 2 seconds of the television show. Tokyo Pop has a comic based off of Disney's Descendants. Again, if you got fans of Descendants, go for it. It's Disney's new adventure. Deadly Class, of course. Image is smart on this one. We got Deadly Class, popular comic based off of, they had the sci-fi series based off of the comic. It's definitely getting a new life on this one. Check it out if you've not read Deadly Class before. It's a good series. It's really good. Popular with our folks on our site. They like it. We got Stranger Things, of course, from Dark Horse. A little bit of Black Hammer. Both are absolutely fantastic. Black Hammer from Jeff Lemire is amazing, and Stranger Things I've never watched before. It's by Jodie Houser, though, with Ibrahim Mustafa. I don't know anything about Stranger Things, so I cannot judge the story. Sorry. I can't really judge it. I don't know anything about Stranger Things. I'm going to do my best, though. Bloodshot. Our reviewer for Valiant loved this. His review was, if this wasn't for free, you should go buy it. That was his take on it. Brand new story, plus Prelude to Fallen World, which is, I think the first issue came out this past week. The art on this is so good. So good. Valiant is a publisher that should be on more people's radars. They do some amazing stuff. From Marvel, we got the Avengers. With Avengers Endgame out, it is no surprise that we got some of the Avengers love. Yeah, and this, kind of ties into stuff going on. There's some... It's a good story. Like, I read it. It's good stuff. And then we also have Savage Avengers work in here as well. From Jerry Duggan. The art on that's top-notch. Definitely not kid-friendly. Little shock Marvel didn't go more kid-friendly, at least with one of their two things. But that's, I would put as teens. And then, of course, we got Doctor Who. From Titan Comics. Further adventures of the 13th Doctor, which have been great. I think there's been some solid stuff. If you're a Doctor Who fan, absolutely go get this. I got some Doctor Who fans in my life, so they will, of course, appreciate this. Now, this one's also by Jodie Houser. How many comics did Jodie Houser write this free comic book today? Seriously. That's impressive. Jodie. I think you get the championship belt on that one. Damn. Damn. Alright. As I said, we just went through all 53 releases. There might be more by you. I think that's the really cool is shops regionally will have local stuff. Local publishers, local creators will be there. There's all kinds of events, all kinds of cosplay, tons and fun. Go celebrate Free Comic Book Day. It is awesome. FreeComicBookDay.com, I believe, is the website. They do not have it on their little sheet, and I probably should have, written that down before. Pretty sure it's FreeComicBookDay.com. We'll have links on our site. We're going to go through and review every single one of these comics on our site. One big post of a quick review of everything. this Saturday, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, and may Free Comic Book Day be with you. If you've got no excuse, go have fun. Celebrate comics with your local free comic shop. Get there early because their supplies are limited. And remember, they did pay for this stuff, so you should go and maybe get something to pay them back and support your local comic book shop. Until next time, if you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. As always, thanks so much. Keep it geeky and keep reading those comics, and go celebrate Free Comic Book Day. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.